Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Thursday, February 18th. It's about 5:35 a.m. on the West Coast. Hope y'all are staying warm as that massive winter storm that hit Texas and Midwest is now moving through the East Coast and about to dump snow over New York City, everywhere else on the east side. So, could get some interesting action today as the markets pull back. There's going to be a lot of attention focused on Gamestop's house investigation, if that's what you want to call it. It's more going to be probably propaganda and scapegoating going on. If you've read or saw people's videos on Melvin Capital's opening statement, that's already released. It's pretty ridiculous. But anyways, so I think that starts at 9 a.m. here on the West Coast, so attention will be there. And I think things will probably be slow today going into that. So first we'll just look at the futures. They've been selling off. But like yesterday here, this 3,900 level, they did some serious buying. I don't know if it'll necessarily drop below that, but numbers just came out too on unemployment claims. They were 90,000 more than new claims, 90,000 new claims, higher than they expected, so 861 compared to like 773 or something like that. And housing numbers weren't very good either, so doesn't look very well for the rest of the week in that regards. But hey, the money printer will probably keep going to keep the markets up. So we'll start again with the crypto stocks. So Bitcoin kind of flat overnight, but we did get some big drops across like all the names that have been running recently, especially the after hours moves yesterday. So I'm going to move these to 5 minutes. I see a little bit better. So just about everything's down close to 10% except for Riot and EBON. So EBON down here is actually right close to its close yesterday. Riot's down by $3, about 5%. SOS is down $1.40, so a little over 10%, and CAN is down almost 10% as well. And SOS and CAN are both on SSR, short share restriction, so you can only short on an uptick. So we'll see if that affects their price drops even more today. But I think the names are still going to be in play either way today, because there really hasn't been a ton of news on other stocks moving. Walmart had earnings, weren't that great. Tilray and Aphria, we'll talk about those. But really the six stocks and videos from yesterday, you can see Ehang down here. I mean, it's down almost 10%. So most things have followed the market lower on the futures. But now I'll just look at the news plays from today. So if we go to Tilray, so Tilray had earnings yesterday after the close, so obviously the big drop from last week kind of consolidated in this $30 to $35 range this week. And if we go to 5-minute chart to see yesterday's moves, so spiked on earnings up to 36.5, opened up this morning, didn't like that $35 level, sold off, so we could see some more bouncing around consolidation in this $35, $31.5 range. See if it can break either side of that. If it breaks 31, probably short. If it gets above 35, go long. And then, Aphria, it's a potential merger partner, so still way below the merger arbitrage price limit, but it's actually up, a considerable amount right now, so almost 7%. I think it was up a little bit more than that earlier. I have to pull up another screen to look. Yeah, so it's up 7.5% right now. But so here in the $22 range, if we go look at this long-term chart, it's going to look a lot like Tilray's, but a little bit more range on this consolidation, 24 to 16. That's almost 33% down. 15 up to 22. That's almost a 50% up. So looking to see if it can break this high from yesterday, this 22.4. So if we can get above that pre-market, we're going to look at possibly taking out this $24 range. If I go down to the hourly chart here, you can see we do got some consolidation previously, you know, above 23 in the $24 range, but when it fell last Thursday, it sprinted through there. So but these are big candles, so there is volume in here, but I think there's probably a little bit of volume gap if it can break this 23 to $23.5 range, right? So you got wicks here on Wednesday pre-market and aftermarket didn't like it, so if we can get volume today, might be able to push through that and look to see if we can take on $24. The other big movers first thing this morning was GTEC, Greenland Technologies. They made a deal having to do with electric vehicles to support U.S. production of electric vehicles. This is a newer stock here. It's only been around for I think like 3 years. Yeah, 2018. So $1 to $11 been consolidating here in the $7 to $8 range. So huge move today so far on this news. So all up to 27. Held 20, now we're looking to move up higher, so this potentially could be a big runner for the day. It's, well, the scanner I see on Trade Idea says it has just left. So I said 1.1 million shares float, so that'd be tiny, so this thing could move like a rocket, and low floats have been moving. And then we also do have some other, you know, typical old plays that have been around for a while that would, you know, pump and dump, sell off. But here RIGL signed a deal with Eli Lilly, and so just like in the long term, the 11 to 123, right? So we got a 61 fib here in the 524, so couldn't get past that yesterday, but on the news pushed us up higher. And as you see right here, this 50% fib right at 634 gave it some problems here pre-market. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different candles that have a wick that couldn't close above that 634 level. If you go to the 15-minute, you got 1, 2, 3. So massive selling there. So that'd be a huge resistance level if this thing does get some volume to look to go higher. But if it stays above this 9, maybe you can go long, push stop on the 9, see if you can go up to this 6.34 level. That could be a potential play off the open. So those are stocks I'm looking at this morning. Let me know what you're looking at in the comments. If you could, drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.